Hey Pisces, your June tarot reading is ready. I'm Eleanor. Welcome to Pink Pearl Tarot. Your theme is self-worth, so it's a time of rejecting social constructs of human value. And I have pulled 3 cards to find out more about what that looks like. Now, first you have the Two of Wands. So you don't need permission or an invite to carve out a whole new path that doesn't even exist yet. No one has gone before you in this, so no one can gatekeep you. Your path of expansion is yours alone, and no one can walk it for you or give you a green light to walk your unique path. And you won't discover your value or self-worth walking someone else's path or following in someone else's footsteps. You are worthy of your own footprint on this earth. Now, for the second one, you have the Chariot. It is you versus you, so stop competing with yourself, work with yourself, and watch yourself catapult forward. When you can align yourself, like align with yourself, own your value, you win basically. You're saying, oh no, watch me. So with the third one, you have the Seven of Cups reversed. Stop comparing, because comparisons, they're your kryptonite here in June. There might be literally no one telling you that you aren't worthy. It's just you holding yourself up to others. And there is so much, almost everything that you can't see into the internal, non-curated lives of others, that comparisons are entirely meaningless. Okay, for the first week of June, you have the Valet of Wands. This is a really fun and playful opening to the summer. So, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere anyway, when you take that social measuring stick and you break it over your knee, suddenly something inside of you wakes up and believes in your own magic and ability to change the world again. And if you feel inspired to try something new this week, go for it, because you will probably be terrible at it, and that's the point. If everyone's value from the beginning of time hinged on them being born an expert or a prodigy, no one would have ever had the courage or allowed themselves the space to make a mess, that first step towards learning to do something. We would have nothing. You don't have to show or tell anyone. Like Jake the dog says, that sucking at something is the first step to being kind of good at something. And so you are valuable and worthy either way, even if you decide you're not up to it, still worthy. Now for the second week, you have the King of Discs, so really grounded with a heavy step here. You have a nice little period of having command over your material environment. The bank balance looks good, health is steady for the moment, house is clean with good energy flow, feeling generous. It's a truly solid feeling coming up, comfort, small luxuries, security. This can come when you find value internally and aren't overextending or throwing yourself off balance to find that worthiness externally. Now for the third week, you have the Nine of Cups. This follows that so beautifully, that emotional contentment that can come on the heels of rooting yourself in that inner security. Suddenly everything you have feels like enough. A feeling of gratitude filling you up and washing over you like you're being painted in gold almost. You're finding that something that you wished for has been with you or in your possession all along. Kind of like Dorothy's ruby slippers, like as her vehicle home, if only she had known how to activate them. Now for the fourth week, you have the Sun. So this just gets better and better. Like seriously, each week unfolds more and more joy and sweetness for you. So just like this kind of, the Valet of Wands is a childlike energy awakening inside of you, where this takes that to a whole new level. Like that first day of the rest of your life type energy. There's clarity and strength and fresh life emerging, lightness and beauty. It's all available to you when you free yourself from the world's value metrics. Now for work, you have the Five of Cups and the Strength card. So for those of you who are self-employed, there could be like a launch, a sale, or a pitch that you had a lot of hope for fall short in some way. So like someone could back out of a deal, or you could get a dislike or a nasty comment, a 4 out of 5 star review, God forbid, right? So do not beat yourself up. Practice compassion for yourself and completely decouple your sense of self-worth from this outcome that has nothing at all to do with you, no matter how much you might think it does. And you have to be able to keep showing up with patience for yourself and the process. And there's no call to make that require more effort than it already does. So a setback is one step back. So how you treat yourself afterwards decides if it's one step or two, basically. Now, if you're employed in an organization, you could be turned down for some kind of request, a raise, promotion, or just simply not be feeling seen or as acknowledged for all of the emotional investment that you put in on a project or something. And this could be like, yeah, you did what you get paid to do. And it's just like like the other group, get ahead of that now and look at your motives for why you are extending yourself and decouple them from your sense of self-worth. If this is a chronic issue, you're going to keep putting up with it if you are letting them dictate your value. And when you decide your own value, you're going to pick yourself up and take yourself somewhere willing to pay for that value, someone who does see you. So you'll start to do it for other reasons, because like how you show up for yourself is valuable to your own self-concept. For love, you have the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Shields. So I haven't done this in the other readings, but the story of Ragnar and the Arthurian legend is one of my favorites, and it helps a little bit here. So for whatever reason, earlier in the story, like I've heard different things in the legend, like Sir Gawain agrees to marry this lady who is good, but not gifted with facial beauty, let's say. And it's essentially, I think, to save Arthur's life, depending on what you read. So he marries her, and because he's a good guy, tries to treat her to a proper wedding night, right? So, well, he discovers that her appearance has fallen away, and she's all physically radiant and beautiful and all of the yummy things. And it turns out she was cursed until she could find a good-hearted guy. But there's a catch. She can only be beautiful at night in private or by day in public. And because Sir Gawain is the ultimate good guy in the story, lets her choose, which breaks the second half of the curse, and she can look good all the time. So long story short, get you one who values your autonomy for you. You could be coming into contact with someone who sees your absolute value. Someone like the whole you, not just the package that you come in. The package is temporary and to some degree not entirely real, like for any of us, unless you are truly embracing a Swamp Thing era for yourself. Don't ask them what you should wear what you want, as a petty example. There is someone for you. I mean, for you as in totality, not an appearance or a trophy. Valuing yourself, it's not a prerequisite set by culture or the universe that you have to fulfill before this person can come in contact with you in your life. It's not this hard thing that you must do in order to attract them, which would still be doing something to attract them. It's the state that you take on that allows you to recognize them. It's the position on which you won't settle for someone who doesn't see you the way you deserve. And it doesn't change your attractiveness. It makes you choose differently. I hope that makes sense. That was kind of a lengthy way to get to it. So I have your bonus message right here. Here's the pretty image. And it says, that was then, this is now. Let go of last year, last week, and yesterday, and live in this moment. So I hope that helps, Pisces. It looks like a beautiful and amazing June for you, and I will talk to you next month. Thank you.